Hi there, hello everyone. Surprise! Today I have myself in the video and I've set up a webcam using my phone. So I'm really excited to announce a new series today, and it's going to be about beginner's guide to web development, and it will be all about a basic things about web development and learning the front end and also a little bit of back end using PHP. In front end we'll be learning HTML, then CSS, and also JavaScript, and for backend of course as I said will be PHP. So we'll be focusing less on theory and more on practical stuff. So we'll be building a website, so you know how to have a personal website and build a simple websites at first, and then we'll continue on that and maybe have other series for advanced stuff. So let's get started. Yeah, so all right, so yeah, now if you can see my screen here, right here, so we are going to follow this article on HackerNoon. It's written by me. So this is the first part is already there, so we'll be following this as the main structure to our video. So all right, let's continue. So yeah, these things are just description, and then the first thing is HTML, and HTML was created by Tim Berners-Lee. And if you right click here and open up this over here Wikipedia, you can read more about him. So that's what it is, HTML. And so yeah, what is actually a markup language, right? So HTML stands for hypertext markup language. So just looking at this two letters at behind, so markup language is a language, it's just instruction to giving a like a structure to a document. So that's a markup, giving like a marking, right? So when you give something like a mark, then you know that you know that there's a certain way to read it. So it's like a markings. So for example, to do item, this mark some kind of structure in the document. So to do maybe it refers to how it is to be interpreted like by the browser, and then item. So this is like a general structure of a markup language. So it's just an example. So this is not really HTML because HTML does not have a to do. Instead it has UL. So it's just an example here. And then yeah, so tags, right? So if we look at this is also the tag, call a tag, and tags either have pairs or they are singular. So for pair tags to do, and then there's a closing slash to do. So that's a pair tag. And item is also a pair tag. As you can see, there's a closing slash in front, says that this is the closing of the tag. So inside the tag you can have more tags or content, things like that. Here we have a content, select text. Alright, let's move ahead. So yeah, so we're talking about also singular tags like HR and BR. So those things we'll be using on the coming episodes. For now, we can just say that we can just know that there are singular tags too that we can use. So now let's go ahead and see the HTML, right? So we talked about tags. There are around 145 tags around that. So you can see all of the tags right here in this link. Uh, and this is Mozilla's developer site. It has all of the references. Okay, the tags. Okay, so let's go over here. So we won't really need to use all of them for our personal website, or even when doing web development you won't be using all of them. There are certain handful of them that is used often in web design, so we'll be using them. So let's go ahead and see the standard HTML, right? The same thing that we did above right here. We can do this in HTML. So in HTML format, the structure of the tag is UL. Just the naming is different from what we used. UL stands for unordered list, where the list is not defined in terms of 1, 2, or 3 in numbers in sequence. So it is unordered list. So LI stands for list items. So now let's go over here, body tag. Yeah, so HTML document, this is just a part of a HTML tag. So the first thing, whenever we write a HTML file, we need to format it to a good structure, and this is how we do it. We first declare the doc type HTML, then we have opening HTML tag, and then closing. And inside that HTML tag we have another two tags. That's one is head tag, another is body, and their own closing tags too. And inside here we have a title. So head is usually just used for for the title, and this title is right here in beginner's guide to web development. As you can see where I'm pointing my mouse, in that place over there, that's the title. So whatever you put inside this title tag, the content will appear on the top of the tab. So, and also we can add later on CSS, link to CSS files, and CSS rules, and even JavaScript and meta tags for SEO purposes. That's going to be inside head. And in the body, it's going to be our main content. Whatever you see on the website, is everything is going to be in the body. Alright, so that's the description right here. Yeah, the title. Alright, so let's go here. So let's go and use this now, as we are saying, like right here. This is the core, right? So we're going to use Sublime Text down here. So I have already installed Sublime Text. It's going to be just, if you just go over here, you can just install it according to your platform, Windows 64-bit in my case for now. So I have it here. Once it's installed, you can just open it. And alright, so now let's go ahead and copy this up and see the exact what we see in the browser. Let's Control C over this. Let's go over here, and then we can Control N for new file, or just make a file from let's say file new file. Alright, so now we can paste this, then Control S to save, and then now we need to save somewhere, right, the file. So for now, let's just save in World Wide Web, and let's make a new folder right here. We'll call it web dash dev part 1. Right, I can just do part 1 this way. Alright, inside here let's just do index, because index is the main starting point for when you go inside any root. The main file is always called the index.html. That's the home page. Okay, alright, so that's done. Now let's see, yeah, same thing on the file right here. So the next thing that we are going to do is, for the extensions, right? So you may not know this if you're new. Like, I just saved in the HTML, but you may not be able to see the HTML in your computer. That's because you have not enabled extensions. So if you go view, and then you have to click on file name extension. If I remove this, then I can't see any extensions, even if this is the HTML file. If I do, let's say, right click, properties, it will say that it is a .html file, type of file, but we won't be able to see it if I do not enable this. So let's enable file name extension from view. This is on Windows 10. It may be different if you're an older version of Windows. Okay, so index.html is what we did, right? So we saved index.html as the extension as .html, and the name of the file is index. Okay, so let's go ahead and follow the instructions here. Okay. Oh yeah, I think I forgot to tell you, I'll be linking this article on the description, so you can also follow this and copy the code. Alright, so let's open this in browser. To open this in browser, you can either right click this and open in browser, and it will open in your default browser, or you can go right here on your folder where you made the file, and you can also right click open. Here I think it's in, why is it in Mozilla? Let's make this open with Chrome. So if you want to choose a default, you can also choose the default. Opens with Firefox, right? We can change it. Google Chrome. Okay. Okay, now we just opened it in browser, and as you can see, nothing else comes up, nothing like head tags, nothing is shown, but just the unordered list that we made, and inside that only the list items are shown. So if we go and press Control and U, we can see the source code of any web page, and there we can see that's the code we wrote, and browser passed and removed all other things, and it recognized that this is another list, and then it kept gave us in a formatted list format. So that's what it is. The browser reads this HTML structure and then gives us a meaningful output. All right, so let's go over here. So yeah, to change the title, if we change it inside the title right here, let's say my website, and then Control S to save. We can go back here, go over here, and then let's refresh. Now we can see that the title has changed from index.html to my website. That's how you change the title. Okay, so yep, uh, yeah, this is it for the article. This is the short part 1, and I've already started writing part 2, and I'll be coming up with part 2 video soon too. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, let me first switch my screen to a bigger screen. Okay, now I think you can see me better. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video, and please don't forget to like and also subscribe, the button there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.